Most Turks live in apartments, and this is what a typical living room will look like. Modern furniture, very clean, uncluttered. As you enter a Turkish person's home, you'll be required to take off your shoes, and they will genuinely offer you a pair of slippers, something like these flip-flops to wear. And you'll wear those all around the house. Even if it's summertime, you're not supposed to walk barefoot. And if you go onto the balcony, you'll then change into balcony slippers. Come back into the house, put back on the house slippers, and when you go into the bathroom, you'll change into bathroom slippers. And once again, you come back into the rest of the house, you'll wear your house slippers. Turks take it very seriously, and they attribute all kinds of ailments to not wearing slippers. A friend of ours went to the doctor. She was having some female problems, and she took her Turkish friend with her to translate to the doctor and explain what was wrong with her. And she overheard her friend explaining to the doctor that she hadn't been wearing her slippers. And when the doctor came over, he gave her medication, but he warned her, you must wear your slippers. A friend of ours who was Australian was living in Istanbul, and she had been waiting weeks and weeks for a repairman to come to the apartment and fix something. He finally arrived. He looked around. He barely stayed for 2 minutes, and he was out the door. In a panic, she ran over to the neighbor to ask the neighbor to come and translate and find out why this repairman was leaving. So the neighbor came over, talked to the guy. And to understand why the guy was leaving, you have to know that in Turkey, like many parts of Europe, they don't use a dryer when they wash their clothes. They hang them on the line. And when it's raining, they hang them inside. So just like this, she'd been hanging her laundry inside. And when he'd come inside, he'd seen that he could see her underwear. And under those circumstances, it was not appropriate for him to stay in the apartment, and that's why he was leaving. If you're walking down the street in Turkey and your shirt rides up, don't be surprised if a little old lady comes and tugs it down for you. She's not being rude. She just doesn't want you to get a cold. In Turkey, there are a lot of social codes, and they are really serious about them. And a lot of them have to do with age, the way you behave with people who are older than you. One of the rules is, don't cross your legs. So neither men nor women will cross their legs around people who are older than them. Of course, I always forget this. And here's a picture of myself with my husband in a town where people are very conservative. And I'm sitting with all these older men. I'm trying to be polite, and of course, I cross my legs. They probably noticed, but hopefully they gave me the benefit of the doubt.